Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base. Single receiver. Hey, dude. Yep. Single receiver. 19's me. Now. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. O'Donnell. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
Bravo. Snap.
Operating from the gun, O'Donnell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch that. Kill. Jim. Hey, Sam on. Smooth.
From the gun, McDonald being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Single slot. Single slide. 5. Yeah. Go. You got motion man right there. Hey, wahoo! Look, squeeze. Bam.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
You draw Corker. Hey, Haywood. Hey.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ward. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Slam. Watch the safety creep. Leo. Ready?
Here's a run with Balaj. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, Isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go. Hey, Charlie.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Mike 55.
Five.
To throw again. McDonald going deep for Hopkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 6-6, pull it high.
Check 50.
Hey, orbit. Go.
Get him. You got
it. Now.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Yep. Hey, Alpha.
On 1st down, O'Donnell, this one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Switch.
2nd and 14. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tap.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
61, matchbox lights.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Yes, yes.
Ringo.
Hey, lock it. Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 90 volts.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, high 7. Go.
Come to me, it's me.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Completes it to Aguilar. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Check the tight end, check the tight
Hey.
end. Mike.
Hey, exit.
Check 55, Mike.
Lead grip.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Jet bomber. Go. Hey.
Throwing again. O'Donnell. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 58 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Bills 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want...
It got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Delta. Go.
He's checking, he's checking.
Go.
He's coming. We got
Throwing on first down. O'Donnell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Right here. No.
General West. Hey, Zoo. Go. Hey, Sam off. Look, squeeze.
To throw again. O'Donnell. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 54 yards.
Pittsburgh.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Check 4. There.
Down the line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Hey, box drop. Yep.
I got motion man. Me. I got this.
Hit it.
To throw on second down. O'Donnell under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Leo.
Give me some.
Now. Hard. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, McDonald escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. McDonald. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Sponge, look at me. Door. Rush in.
Operating from the gun, McDonald, and he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Five. Yo, cheetah. 5.
They'll try and throw for it here. And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Check 24. Blue draw Corkers. Now.
From the gun, O'Donnell got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
Here we go.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is taken at his 4.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
218, chop. Move. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the... And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Set 90, Wolf.
39. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
On first down, O'Donnell. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
We got 6 all day.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Steelers 41, Bills 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So we got man.
Shoot.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 7-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Double tight.
Deep grip.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. Here's Sam Cook now. On, we think, to punt, though he's fake. And look at this, another fake. Buying time to his left. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call, 16 yards. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there. It worked for him.
I think you actually did.
And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete. But remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. Well, folks, I guess just when you think you've seen it all, you see a fake punt in that situation. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. On the move to his left. And he'll be stopped short of the marker, but they'll keep possession here. Remember, it was only 2nd down, so now it's 3rd. No words at all for that one. Just a ridiculous play, to be frank. But and what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Rolling to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sport. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. O'Donnell. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
2nd and a yard at the Bills' 49-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the pass.
You're out.
Switch. You go tight.
Let's go.
2nd and 1.
36.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Yes.
Man, move it. You got to get.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the shot. Switch.
Gone.
Slam. Watch twist.
Fire.
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the punt team is out there. It's not fourth down. Maybe the cold one. And, oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. Steps away. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. I got to tell you, absolutely no clue what just happened there. None. But I do know. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant.
Check.
Now.
Throwing on first down. O'Donnell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Two times.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 yards.
Okay, double up.
Set, hut.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Set, go.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now in punt formation, but his... And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Come on, set. Hey, Alpha. 8, read.
They can't hang with us. Mike's 49. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see.
Hey, Sam off. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
49.
Hey, Echo.
I'm trying to collect.
Two.
Throwing again. O'Donnell. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Check.
Protein spill.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 26. Shift.
Bam. Deep grip.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 67 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Check. Fresno. Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta. Leo.
Crouch. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, baby.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.